All right, how are we? Recording?
Yeah, I see it.
Great. So I forgot to hit record, but tonight, myself, Danielle Lutniger, and Chelsea Grogan are going to be leading the call, the last diamond training call tonight, and it is finding your tribe on the way to diamonds. So I was saying that Chelsea and I are both first grade teachers. We work this business part-time, love it. And in our, just in pockets of time throughout the day. So I hope that tonight we can actually ease any stress that you might have as far as, the daunting task of growing your team and becoming a diamond, and becoming a more solid diamond if you already are a diamond. A couple of our points, you might kind of be like, all right, that doesn't sound, as stressful as I'm making it out to be. So we are going to share, we'll talk about this picture in a little bit, but we're going to share just some tips tonight on, really narrowing into your tribe and making, a solid team of people who are just like you. So everybody, when you come on, if you just mute yourself, that would just be helpful. I'll mute a couple people. So we have some tips here. Chelsea's going to talk about the first one, share, share, share. Then we're going to talk about our focus on our challengers. And then we're going to share a bingo board that we created that was super helpful when trying to get some coaches on board. So, Chelsea.
Want me to take it away?
Yeah.
All right.
Talk about sharing.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm super excited to be on the call. Slightly nervous, but I think it'll be cool. So, one thing that I just kept coming back to it when Danielle and I were thinking about, what we wanted to share with you all. And when Candace asked us to talk about this topic, was sharing. And before I even started as a coach, I remember Beachbody coaches kept coming up in my Instagram feed, and they were sharing, and I was watching. And then, so I decided I was going to do 80-day obsession. And I think I shared with Danielle, actually, I'm not sure, but I told myself that I was going to post once a day for 80 days. And that's how I was going to hold myself accountable. And I think halfway through, Danielle reached out and just, not complicated at all, just said, you should coach. You're already doing it. You're sharing. That's what a coach does. And, after I finished 80-day obsession, I decided, all right, I'll do it. And of course I signed up with Danielle because I know her. And Danielle and I were talking about like our dirt people, like the people we could sell dirt to, and Danielle could sell dirt to me and I would buy it. So I signed up with Danielle, and I kept sharing, and, all my friends around me were watching and saw the transformation. And I think that's why I kept going back to sharing, because if you don't share, then nobody's going to know who you are. And if you want to build a tribe of people just like you have to share who you are. And I mean, really, like when you think about your team, you want your team to be people that you would invite over on a Saturday night to drink wine in your sweatpants with. And you're only going to attract those people if you're sharing who you really are and all the things that make you you. And so something else that kind of goes along with the sharing is, none of us are really starting at square one with a tribe, because I think all of us have at least one friend. And some of us probably have groups of friends, like all the moms I'm sure have other mom friends, like soccer moms or dance moms, and coworkers, or if you're in church groups, high school friends, college friends, all those different pockets of people. Did you just stop sharing your screen?
I did. Do you want me to share it again?
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure my.
Yeah, I want to look at the chat.
Okay. And so I think we can all kind of go back to that and start with that, because in all honesty, 90% of the people that are on my team are people that I already know. I have like a small handful of people that, I met through Instagram, but everybody else is either a high school friend or an acquaintance or a college friend, or like a friend of a friend. And now we're going to talk a little bit more about this in a little bit, but lots of coworkers. And I think, and then that kind of goes back to the whole sharing. Sharing what you're doing with the people that are around you, like the little tribe that you already have happening. And I think if we all just start there instead of thinking that we have to go grab all these random people off, Instagram or Facebook or whatever to make our tribe, if we start with the people that we already have in our little pod, you can like breathe life into those people. And that's really what Danielle and I have done, is we have like a group of people and we're just spending our time focusing on them. Yes, we're still trying to grow our teams, but we're spending a lot of time and investing time in the people that are already there with us. Oh, and then I just wanted to share a little bit about another part about sharing and community. So Danielle, like she said, we are coworkers, and I think something that was helpful for both of us was we offered workouts a couple times at our work. Like we've done it like on a Friday, we've done it on a Friday morning, Friday after work. And so kind of stepping away from just Instagram and Facebook and getting into the actual community. I think that helped us get some of our coworkers who are now on our team, and some of them are actually coaches. And it was very laid back. We just offered a workout, come and do it. I think we broke up some beach bars and like offered some Energize, and we've done that a couple of times, and we've got some people on our team from doing just that. So, and it's a domino effect. I keep picturing that in my head when I think about, like, if I'm jiving with somebody at work, that person that I'm jiving with probably has another friend that they jive with, and I'm going to jive with them too, because they're all the same, we're all people, we're all peeps. So I think if everybody just thinks about the people that they already have with them and then work from there. Danielle, I don't know if you want to add anything on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's not even just the people, like if you have a job, it's not even just the people you work with or your colleagues. It could be like, Chelsea and I were talking, it could be like your soccer mom, like the people you see on a daily basis that like know your personality a little bit. Chelsea, what were some of the examples? Like you said, like a church, even if it's your church group, the people that you're around, like you're not necessarily inviting them, you're just talking about it so that they know that like what you have to offer. I mean, I was at a PD training last Friday, and like it was the whole district. We were all scrambled up. Like you should have seen how we were scrambled up. And I was with 4 people that I had never seen in my district before. And one of our things, it was kind of neat. Our district actually had us like make a connection. And one of them was like, what is something that you love? And I said, I love working out, and I love getting others to start working out too. Like that, I wasn't like, I'm a Beachbody coach. Like I just put it like that. And the lady that was sitting next to me was like, can I have your number? I need to get started. Like, it's just, kind of taking like the pressure off yourself and just kind of sharing it and not being afraid to either. Like, so yeah, that's awesome. So sharing, huge.
Gotta share.
Gotta share. Okay. So the second tip that we were going to talk about was kind of ties into that first one with sharing, but it focuses more on like the challengers that you already have, like your challenge group. This is where you can have an opportunity to show off what it is like to be a coach, and to really share, a piece of what coaching is. Challenge groups are a big deal. That's where you get a lot of people who fall in love with the programs. And you want to highlight it as being like a really fun thing. And I think that that's something that Chelsea and I have done, is we've created this community within our challenge group that's just fun. Like it's not stressful. It's not like we're like pouring information or like a ton of education into our challenge group. Hold on, I gotta find this. Chelsea, are you able to scroll?
I'm not able to mute. I think it's Kristen. I don't want to call her out.
No, that's fine. I'm just
I can't mute anybody on my end.
That's fine. I've got a lot of faces in front of me.
Yeah.
So focusing in on your challengers. And, you know, I know that a lot of us try to really be pushing like the education on clean eating and ingredients and different, you know, aspects of working out. And, you know, to your challengers, if, like you said, if you're showing up as an expert and you're making being a coach seem like you have to know a lot, no one's going to want to do it with you because, you know, like I said, I came on tonight and I was like, you know, my plate is super full right now. And I'm on the other side where I love this. Like, this is what makes me happy. This job, this piece is what makes this, being a coach is what makes me happy. But the other people don't know that. So if you're like making this coaching thing out to be a huge deal and like something that is, you know, like obviously it takes work, but something that you need a lot of like background education on, people aren't going to want to join you. And I think Chelsea and I have like just kind of kept it like our challenge group really light and fun. And we're sharing, you know, motivational memes because who doesn't love to do that? And, you know, being super consistent. So every day in our challenge group, we have a post that goes up by 6 o'clock in the morning, and everybody can rely on that post going up. And I'm sharing this because you're going to find the people who are being consistent with that post and getting into a routine and seeing the people who are showing up and posting every single day, you know, posting as a challenger every single day. Those are the people that you want to talk to about coaching. Like, those are the people that you can say they're already making this part of their daily routine, like within the challenge group. And that's kind of like what my background is. Like, you know, my coach, Carrie, can speak. Like, I was like that rock star challenger, you know, and I knew nothing about the coaching opportunity. And that's, you know, like, even though I had a coach, like, I didn't really know anything about it. So the fact that like I was showing up every day, that's what Carrie and my coach at the time did. They offered it to me, and I didn't know. So that's another important thing, is making sure that your challenge groups are consistent, because then you're going to start seeing those challengers who are really making this part of their daily routine and part of their life. You're going to be seeing them show up, and it's going to be such a natural thing for you to be able to reach out to them with. You know, and same with your stories. I know we've heard this on a couple calls, but like, not showing up as an expert, I think has really like drawn like our warm market people to want to just do this with us, because it's like a social thing, right? And then like it's a community. And once they're in it, they can see, oh, this isn't like too bad. Like, I'm already sharing, like, I'm just going to share about this. This is what we do. We share our favorite restaurants when we're talking at lunch during school, you know, like, this is just another thing that we share about. So yeah, you want to be making sure that you're being like, again, like Chelsea was saying, focusing on the people that you already are surrounding yourself with. Outside, who are non-challengers, but also within your challenge group. Like, those are your people, you know? Chelsea, you have anything to add to that?
Well, did we want to touch on how we kind of passed the reins?
Yeah.
To some of our coaches?
Sure, yeah.
So when Morning Meltdown came out, myself and Danielle and one other coach thought that we have some coaches underneath us that we want, you know, to show them how to do what we're doing. And so, hold on, let me back up. So Danielle and I have a big combined challenge group that we just, like, everybody's in it and it's always going all the time. And when Morning Meltdown came out, we decided that we wanted to have just a separate one for just Morning Meltdown challengers, because we had so many people doing Morning Meltdown. And we didn't want the focus of our general challenge group to be just Morning Meltdown because there's so many people in there that were not doing it as well. And so we thought it was a great opportunity to kind of pass the reins to some of our younger coaches, newer coaches that are just starting. And so the three of us took a step back from our big Facebook challenge group. And we have, is it 5 coaches?
Yep.
5 coaches that took over what we were doing. So they're in charge of posting every day. And we have like a weekly accountability achievers that they're in charge of going into the group and checking and seeing, who of the challengers showed up every single day for 5 days. And then, there's 2 girls that are on that together to double check. And then we have 1 girl that's, in charge of making the Canvas graphic and sharing it. And so we kind of just we told them this is what we're doing and you guys are going to do it now. And so now they're doing that. And we the 3 of us are still in the group. We're still posting and sharing and loving on our challengers. But we kind of passed the reins over to our other girls to just keep the group growing. And we're only posting in our Morning Meltdown challenge group. But I just think it's important to lead by example, to show your other coaches what you're doing and then give them an opportunity to do it
and make it their own.
Yeah. And exactly. And they're doing a great job.
I know, we're so proud of them. So I'm going to share the screen again because the last point that we wanted to touch on, and this again talks about within the challenge group, but it's a bingo board. So some of you may have done this before, but we're going to talk about ours a little bit.
How it helped us a lot.
Yeah. Okay. You can see this is my life up here. Some of you are probably all you type A people are probably like, oh my God, how do you have so many tabs?
7,000 tabs open.
All right. So it might be a little, actually, I could probably go to present mode for this. So it's bigger for everybody. Oh, nice. You still show up over here. Okay. So this was a bingo board that Chelsea and I kind of brainstormed together. And this was actually during, right as the Cash Academy training was being given to us. So it ended up working for us for a couple of different reasons. Chelsea and I really sat down, and this was when we didn't really have many other coaches. We were just getting together Saturday mornings. Each morning we get up early, have our coffee, get together, and we'd chat about our challenge group for the upcoming week. And we were like, all right, what can we do? Honestly, the first thing was, what can we do to kind of, boost our PV and our TV? Because at the time, that was the push. That was what was going to help our team. So that's actually the second star down here was, we created some of these specific, we have our intention for creating these squares was to boost PV and TV. And then we were like, wait, this could be a perfect opportunity to throw some coach-like boxes, coach-like tasks in these boxes. So our, another intention of this was to see who is willing to do coach-like things.
See who was going to step up to the plate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So on some of the squares, you're probably already, reading them, but something share a motivational quote and why, and explain why you loved it.
Post a video of you doing your favorite move.
Yeah. Yeah. And this was within the group or on their personal page. So we didn't really have any guidelines around that. We went live and we just kind of talked about it. Chelsea and I had never done something like this before, but I was able to have 4 solid conversations about coaching after we posted this with people. And it was so easy to get the conversation started because, just like I was to Chelsea when she was posting on her page, it was you're already doing this. Look, you've already, you already took the risk and you shared within the group. This is just what we do. right? It's just, we just call ourselves a coach, and you just did it without being a coach. So this bingo board was like really cool in a way, you know, I kind of want to revise it or use it again at some point. So I don't know, Chelsea, if you have anything else to say about it.
I think I hit on all our points.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I just really think that I'm just going to go back to the sharing again. I mean, it's just super important to share, so that people can relate to you, and then you can grow your tribe. And I mean, I don't know about you, Danielle, but like none of my active coaches are people that I don't know. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I guess it hasn't gotten that big yet, but it doesn't have to be this huge daunting thing. Like, it can just be the people that are already around you.
Yeah.
And then it'll sprinkle out from there, because then those people are going to, you know, they're going to follow your lead. And if you're sharing, they're going to share. And then their friends are going to say, oh my goodness, what are you doing? I want to do that, you know, and not every single one of, like, you know, my friends watched me, you know, share my journey, and I didn't necessarily approach them all about coaching. A lot of them came to me and were like, hey, I think I want to coach. Like, at least 3 of them. Like, I didn't even ask them. They just decided it on their own. I should probably sit down and figure out what made them want to coach. But yeah, so it doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah. And, you know, a point that was like really driven, I don't know, you know, how many people here went to Summit, but one of our keynote speakers, oh goodness, I'm blanking on her name. She was like the incredible pianist that, you know, rapped, so and I forget her name. Oh my gosh. I like follow her on Instagram now. She's so amazing. She like broke it down for me. And it was just so clear. It was like, start with your people, right? You have how many people already on your, you know, on your Instagram or on your face, like you already have your people. And I think we already feel like, since we're, you know, even me, I've been working this business for 3 years. Like, I still have people in my like quote unquote warm market or warm-ish market that like I can still try to connect with. I think a lot of times we say, oh, we did that already, and now we have to like grow our Instagram and get people who don't, you know, our cold market people. It's like, whoa, bring it back. Like, yes, there's the social media world, but there's also the world outside of social media and people around us and the people who see you day in and day out. So
start where you are.
Yeah.
Use what you have.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't been looking at the chat as much as I wanted to, Chelsea.
I looked. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There were a couple people asked about prizes. We did beach bars, energized sticks, gift cards. Was there anything else that we did?
We did a pair. We actually did beach bar. Oh, that was something else. One of our, and this was just with the whole TV push. One of our prizes that people got was apparel. So,
oh yeah,
Chelsea, it was one of Chelsea's challengers. We basically sent them to the store.
Well, yeah.
And had her, I think there was like 3 things we had her pick from, or 2 things, and like a certain amount of money. And Chelsea, how did you end up doing that? You just sent her, like, she ordered and then we sent her the money, or vice versa?
I just Venmoed her the money. Yeah.
And
she actually ended up waiting until the new apparel came out. She didn't get it until like even till recently, because she didn't really like any of the stuff. So, but
yeah. Any other questions? Does anybody want to unmute themselves and ask a question or just clarify?
How often do you find you are giving out prizes? Somebody asked how often we are giving out prizes. Did you see that? Well, when we did the bingo board, we haven't done the bingo board since. We've only done it once. Mm-hmm. But we did like an ICU. And was that every week? That we
so it was every week. We picked an ICU or quote unquote, you know, player of the week, whatever you want to call it. We just switched. We called it player of the week, and then we switched it to ICU based on one of the national wake up calls. And then they went into a raffle, and from that, like at the end, we would draw.
It was like a month, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we did somebody. Yep.
Yeah. And did you do the whole bingo board? Yeah. So it was by line. So just like 5 in a row or whatever it is. Is it 5 or 4?
And so we had most people took a screenshot of it and then just edited it, made a freaking X, pardon my language, and then shared it. And so that's how we saw their bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope, you were able to grab a couple of things or have a couple of things being reinforced in order to, maybe get some new working coaches, or just to, work with the crew that you have that are challengers, and maybe get some more even just getting some more discount coaches, make you a solid diamond or get you to diamond. Miss Chelsea.
Danielle, I was just thinking, wait, now I lost it again. Oh, no, I lost it again.
We've usually been sleeping for like an hour and a half by now, so I don't know about everybody else.
Oh, you may mention. How long do we do the bingo card for?
Oh, 4 weeks, 5?
Yeah, a month. I think it was
4
just
or 5 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, I remembered when challengers shared with us, like, like a victory, like, oh, like I used to wear extra large scrubs and I'm in a medium. We're like, share that, post that, so we're just always like prompting them, if prompting's the right word, to do those things that coaches do that are going to get people asking them, like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? Like, how did you go from wearing extra large scrubs to a small scrubs? And yeah.
And it just gets people like talking about it. Like, they post about it, and when someone asks them, they've already talked about it in our challenge group, so they're going to feel more comfortable talking about it and sharing about it. So, yep. All right. Well, stepping back into Candace Talbot mode. Thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you, Danielle.
Yeah, thanks for everybody for jumping on. If you think of any questions, just post them. Chelsea and I will check the original post for the call and Fit Mama, or you can reach out to us directly. Do you have totally
the board as a doc?
So I have that as a graphic if people want to use it. You can message me. I don't want to put it up if people don't want to use it, but I made it in Canva, and in Canva you can easily make like a grid, like a 5x5 grid, and you can put your own stuff in there too if you have some ideas, or just like tweak language. I know, or edit things, but I can definitely share that. All right.
Good job, guys.
Holy moly, Chelsea, 9:30. This is our first call, so we were super excited, a little nervous. We weren't sure if we were going to last, a long time, or go super overboard like I do in my coach sneak peeks. Everybody knows that. Is right, Gary.
It's never 15 minutes when Danielle goes.
No. Hey.
I love you both. Good job.
Oh, thanks, Elena. All right, everybody, have a great night.